Do you want to create a game that you can play with your friends and shoot each other? Well, follow this course and I will teach you. First, make sure you go to scratch.mit.edu. Then, click on the Create button at the top of the screen. Most of the sprites that we'll be using for this project are not in the Scratch database. So for this, we will have to visit another website. Open a new tab and go to gameart2d.com. Click on Freebies. All the assets that you find here are free to use for anyone who wants to make a game. In our case, we want to use the robots sprites. Click on download and it will download the files to your computer. After you have downloaded it, let's go back to Scratch. Now, the first thing that we need to make sure is that we delete Scratchy the Cat sprite. For this, go to your sprites pane and click on Scratch. And then click on the trash can that's hovering above it. Now let's add the files that we downloaded. Hover on Choose a Sprite. Instead of clicking on it, click where it says Upload a Sprite. After you click on Upload the Sprite, locate the folder where you downloaded all the sprites before. For our project, we will be using the Run Shoot sprites. These ones. Very good. Let's add some costumes so that later we can animate these sprites. Go to the Costumes tab and hover on Choose a Costume. Instead of clicking on it, click on Upload a Costume. Great! Here, we're going to select all the other costumes that we need. So choose the ones I'm going to click. By clicking Ctrl on your keyboard, choose Run Shoot 1, Run Shoot 2, Run Shoot 3, Run Shoot 4, Run Shoot 5, Run Shoot 6, and Run Shoot 7. After that, just click on Open. Very good, guys. Now, let's resize our sprite by going to the sprite pane and setting the size to maybe 30. 30 is good enough. Now let's add the other sprites we need for this project. We will also need the cannons. These are also downloaded with the sprite pack we got from the website. So go back to Choose a Sprite, don't click on it, and click on Upload the Sprite. Now, enter the Objects folder and get bullet 1. Great! We also need the opponent sprite, but luckily, this is integrated in the Scratch database. So click on Choose a Sprite and search for the robot sprite. Great! Now it's time to organize the sprites on our stage. There we go. Fantastic! Now, we also need another bullet for our opponent, so just click on your bullet sprite and click on Duplicate. Now, the opponent's bullet sprite should be facing the other side. So go to Costumes and flip horizontally. Our opponent should also look the other side. Very good. Now, guys, it's time that we add some code. So do what I do. Okay guys, let me explain this code to you. First, I brought a when green flag clicked. Then I created an init function that holds how my sprite should set up. First, I made it go to an X and Y position. Then I created a variable called B1 hits and set it to 0. I also created a new variable called left cannon and set it to 1. After this, I created a move function. The move function allows me to move up and down. If key W pressed, then I should change my Y coordinates by 4 and change my next costume so that my sprite looks animated. I did the same for the S key, but this time I changed Y by -4 so that I can go down. After I did this, I create a function for the bullet. If the D key is pressed and the left cannon equals 1, then I should set my left cannon to 0 and broadcast the message left cannon. Now it's time that we set up the code for our left cannon or our bullet. So follow me. Click on the left bullet sprite and add this code. Okay guys, this is the code for our bullet. We start this code by bringing a when green flag clicked. I should hide my bullet. Now, when I receive the broadcast message left cannon, go to my main robot position, in this case my left robot. I should show myself. Now, repeat until my X position more than 230. I should change my movement of X by 10. If I'm touching my opponent, my robot, then change my player 1 hits by 1 so I get 1 point and then hide. After the repeat until code finishes, I will set the left cannon back to 1 and then hide myself. Now guys, these two codes that we just added are essentially the same for our opponent and our right bullet. So what we're going to do is that we're going to copy them to their sprites and then modify the values that we need them to have. Let's start by copying the code for the right bullet. So just grab the main code and drag it to the sprite you want it to be copied, like this. Since we just want to copy these two blocks, we bring both to bullet right. Now when I click on bullet right, both code should be there. The only thing is that we need to modify some value. Let's do that. When green flag clicked, hide, that's good. But this time, instead of when I receive left cannon, I should receive the message right cannon. I shouldn't go to my robot on the left, but the one on the right. So go to robot. Very good. Now repeat until my X position is less. So we'll have to take this apart and get the last operator. So X position less than minus 230. I also should change X by minus 10 instead of 10. Now my condition if should be checking if I'm touching the other robot. So touching robot, his name was Run Shot. Instead of changing player 1 hits, I should be changing player 2 hits. But I do not have that variable yet. So let's go to variables and create a player 2 hits. Change player 2 hits by 1. Hide. Now set left cannon to 1. No, this time we have to set right cannon to 1. So create a new variable called right cannon. Very good. Let's add the code to our opponent. For this, you will be doing the same. Just copy your main robot code to your opponent's code and modify some values. So I'll be dragging this here, I'll be dragging this here, I'll be dragging this here, be dragging this here. Now that our code is copied, let's just change some of the values. For example, my opponent should start at x 187 and y minus 130, just like this. Instead of setting player 1 hits to 0, I should set player 2 hits to 0 and set right cannon to 1. I should not be using W and S to move up and down, but the up arrow and the down arrow. Very good. And my bullet should be activated when I press the left arrow. Now, if left arrow pressed, I should change this and bring right cannon. Great. Instead of setting left cannon to 0 here, I should set right cannon and broadcast the message right cannon. Now, if I click the green flag and try my code, it should work properly, just like this. But there is something missing. We're missing a background for our game. So go to the background button and let's add a galaxy background, just like this. Now, our code looks a little bit messy because all the variables are showing on screen. Let's disable the right cannon here and left cannon and make our variable player 2 hits show on this side by dragging it, and our player 1 hits is correct. Very good, guys. Well done. We finished this project. Good job.